an event a few years ago called Social Media Marketing World in San Diego, I was introduced to something called the always and never list, and it's really stuck with me. It's something we're working on right now in our agency, and I want to share it with you so you can maybe put it in your agency. Hi, I'm Sam from Firewave, and in today's Whiteboard Wednesday, we're talking about something a little bit unusual, which is the always and never list. Now, ours is not complete, but I'm going to explain to you the premise behind it and how you can develop an always and never list for your agency and how you'd implement it. So, this is what an always and never list might look like. And you need to collaborate with your team on this, which is what I've done. And we've got a little always and never list here. We are working on it because some things I felt were too specific, and some things you might not be able to stick to. So these are things you really, really have to stick to. I think you need about 6 in each column. Always have high energy. That's something that all of us in Firewave try to do all the time. Smile. Always, always smile. So when you see a client or when you're on the phone, smile with teeth. Make eye contact. You know when you go to an event or you meet somebody at networking and they don't make eye contact, it's quite disconcerting, isn't it? And I think it's okay to break eye contact when you're thinking like this or to kind of look up and then go back, but you do need to make strong eye contact. In fact, I listened to a really good thing on TikTok just yesterday where it said, if you are looking somebody in the eye and your head is straight, then they take what you're saying as being firm and assertive and affirmative. So it's a strong way of conveying a message. If you do this, you are regarded as more compassionate and showing more empathy. That's why you'll see me always do this and never do that. Anyway, just a thought. Okay, never. What are the never things that we do or we don't do? We never say no problem. We used to have a little swear jar in the office. If anybody said no problem, they have to put a pound in the swear jar. We never get engrossed in our phones in company. So you know when you go out to a restaurant or something and everybody's got their phones on their table, we try and avoid that. Try and make sure that we are present in that person's company and give them the respect that they deserve in that company and the attention. We never forget a promise. If you promise you're going to phone somebody back at 2 o'clock, you better phone them back at 2 o'clock. If you don't have the information, phone them back at 2 o'clock and tell them why you don't have the information. So this isn't just for you, of course, this is for your team. It's to make sure that you've got a set of rules. They're almost like 10 commandments. How are you going to do this? Well, they had, at this at Social Media Marketing World, a business card. They're only that big. It might have even been an actual business card, which was that big. So really, really small. And it just had always on one side and never on the other. I can't remember what it had on the back now. Picture of a big smile, I think. But it just had a column on one side and a column on the other side. And everybody that was at the event, that was volunteering and working at the event, and the employees, permanent employees of Social Media Marketing World, had them in their pockets. And they were encouraged to bring them out and look at them to remind themselves of it. So if they took a break or they didn't have anybody in front of them at the time, they're supposed to be looking at their always and never card and just remind themselves of it. And that way, if you do have an always and never card, or however you implement this idea in your agency, you can then say to somebody, hang on, you've agreed that you will never say no problem, and you've agreed that you will smile. So let's just have some of that, please, the always and never, to make sure that they're doing what you want them to do, and also that they're feeling it, that it's all part of your team culture. Now, team culture is something that we take very, very seriously here at Ashdown Jones. We have fun, but we do take this very seriously. And we also teach it to our Firewave members. And if you'd like to know more about becoming a Firewave member and receiving amazing training just like this, but in much more depth and in person, go to fire-wave.co.uk/start, and you can see there whether your area is available, because at the moment we've sold about 50% of the areas in the UK. So if you're in the 50% that's sold, I'm very sorry, but we can offer to waitlist you. If your area is available, snap it up quick. We've gone from 18 to 92 members over the last year and a half, and we've grown rapidly. We anticipate continuing to grow rapidly. So please don't hesitate, get that application in. It doesn't commit you to anything other than a phone call with the lovely Isaac, Tilly or Heather, who hopefully will be always smiling and not engrossed in their phone. And I'll see you on the next Whiteboard Wednesday.